How do you think the church as a whole needs to change?
That is a very difficult question, and doing surveys and developing programs, and maybe sports programs that the children and young people can get involved in, associated with the church.
I don't think the church needs to change. I think the people need to change to, in their heart, I think they need to change and go with what we are doing in the church.
I think it needs to change to be more inclusive and just more open to just about everything anybody needs. And that's a hard thing because a lot of people need a lot of different things. And so it's a real conundrum, actually. I'm not sure how it needs to change, but I know that it does need to change.
I think we need to start being more open to everybody around us. We shouldn't be excluding anyone. We should be thinking about people that are not like us. You know, we're so like we think we're the top people in the world, but I think we're more or less, we are who we are, and we need to include everybody into it.
I like coming to church. I like Peace Lutheran. I would say, not this specific church, but when speaking of the church in general, it just needs to become less rigid. And you hear this all the time, but more accepting of different viewpoints. It doesn't have to be firm on one view or another, accepting of all views, and just come in, have a place that's safe where people can talk about differences.
I think it needs to reach out to other denominations, it needs to reach out to other religions, find people that are like-minded, and start working on the ills of the world. I think that's really important.
Again, I don't know if I have a good answer for that. One thing I think we need to help people understand is that the Bible we read is a translation. It wasn't written in English, and also it was written to a culture completely different from ours with a different mindset. And so to really understand the scriptures, we need to understand the mindset of the original hearers. And I think the church needs to teach that way so that people understand what God was saying to them, and in that way understand what God is saying to us.
Unlike our church, I think a lot of churches need to do more active work within the communities and with the church itself in stewardship, in giving, and as well as in just serving time. If they do this, they find they have a need, and they find themselves being part of a community, and then that church will grow and continue to grow.
I think church as a whole needs to be more inclusive to everyone. We talked about that in our service today, and I think people also just need to share their perspectives, because I think a lot of times people are scared that their perspective won't be perceived right, or people might not feel the same way as them. But it's really important to share what you have to say, because there's a lot of people that do have the same views and perspectives as you.